Bullshit guys, thanks for dropping by. Quick action figure haul. Just picked this up. It's the Neca Gremlins Mohawk. Bo's rules for Neca figures is never order online. I can order the Hot Toys online. I can order even the 1/4 inch Ninja Turtles online from Neca. But when it comes to the 7-inch scale figures, Bo's rules cannot be ordered online. You have to, and if you have the opportunity, you got to go to the store. You got to look through the ones on the pegs. You got to find out the ones with the best paint apps. I've done a few action figure hauls of previous figures, and I've said the same thing. When it comes to the 7-inch figures, you need to have a look at the paints, because all the paint application for NECA figures, 7-inch figures, are always different. Some are good, some are bad, and I'd hate to be that guy who orders online, gets it delivered, and you open it up and you're like, oh my god, look at this paint app, it looks horrible. So no, Bo's rules: when you buy a figure, NECA 7-inch figure, you go to the store. So here's the figure, Mohawk. Now I'm not going to be taking this out of the clamshell. This one's going to be kept inside. Another one of Bo's rules is that I love collecting action figures. I love to have action figures in my collection, but I don't really necessarily need to open each and every one of them. Well, here's the back. Let's see the back right here. Here's the back. I don't really need to open them all, because in the end they just become cluttered with little 7-inch scales, 7-inch scale action figures everywhere. And I have boxes and boxes of ones that I did purchase, you know, back in the McFarlane days, back in the early NECA days when figures were actually $14.99 up to $19.99, and you could actually, you know, buy two, one to open, one to keep mint on card or mint on clamshell. And display it. But now in these days, these figures are a little expensive. I mean, this is twice the cost of what they were a while ago. Yeah, this is Canadian. It's with taxes, it just knocks on $40, and I think that's a little expensive. But again, you want to have this in a collection. You want to look at it years from now on eBay and saying, "Damn, I wish I had picked it up for that $40," because $40 might sound cheap in a couple years. Quick close-up. Here is the original cult classic. Here's the original cult classic Gremlins. This is one of those $14.99 days where I do have two. I have one in the clamshell packaging, put away somewhere in a box, and this one's loose. This one's also in a box, in a pile, in a corrugated box with all my loose stuff that I don't have displayed anymore. See what I mean? Here's my point. Let's see. Now let's bring this guy out. So the new one is actually really good. Wow, look at that. And here's the old one, which actually is still really good. I do like it. It's a little different now. The fins are in my weapons area somewhere. I always keep a box full of all the weapons, all the loose stuff. I didn't pull that out. There's a fin on the top, a fin in the back. It's there, but here's the old one. I hope that helps a little bit. New, old, new, old. Wow, look at those legs. That's right, folks. Here it is. My Mohawk Spider Gremlin, also from NECA. This one, of course, you know, you're not going to keep in the box. There is no display window for this one, so it's just a box. So naturally it came out, and maybe that's one of the reasons why I might not open this one. So I wanted to show you guys a comparison between the two. Um, paint apps are a little different. Um, color scheme. I think the top of his head right here is a little tanned. Right there. And this one has more of a yellow complexion. But it's okay. It's okay. They look really nice together. Just wanted to share that with you guys right there. So there's my spider, and there's the regular. Anybody feel like wings? That's right, guys. Pulling them all out here for you. Here is my Neca Bat Gremlin. Now, this one we waited for a very long time. Finally, it came out, I don't know, maybe a year or two ago. Again, one of the lovable characters from Gremlins 2. Very memorable scene, especially with the Batman logo. So here you go. I want to share this with you. I love this figure. I love this in my display. And let's compare him right there to Mohawk. Now the more I look at Mohawk right here, you know, the paint apps are great. Now I went through I think 8 or 9 at the store, going through them, in which I feel that I picked up the best one. Of course I picked up the best one. And the other paint apps were, you know, just subtle things here and there, like maybe the lips stopping here, or stop creating there, or maybe a little bit of the eyebrow. There might be a break in the paint app in the eyebrow. Small things like that, but they matter to me.
Talk a little bit about what's going on in this room, because I think there are some fascinating ramifications here for the future. When you introduce genetic material of research quality to a life form such as ours, which is possessed of a sort of, I hesitate to use the word atavism, but let us say a highly aggressive nature.
Brain actually was my first Gremlins figure back in the days when they had the cardboard backing of the Gremlin figures. It was the only one I picked up back then. I didn't really like the way the original Gremlins looked, so I just I didn't pick them up, and actually to this day I don't have any regrets. And actually, you know what? This is one of those figures that it still holds well. It still holds very well. It doesn't look outdated or anything. It's still part of my collection. It's not one of those figures that I've put in the box because, you know, it's been replaced with something that's newer, or I just felt that it looked too old. But Brain remains on the shelf. And here's a little before and after. Mohawk in a Mogwai form. Another fantastic figure. Just amazed when these guys came out, how they looked, and look at that, beautiful. For those who own this, you know what I'm talking about. For those who don't, pick it up, secondary market. Hopefully it's not 40 bucks. And of course, Gizmo. Can't have a loose collection without Gizmo. So there he is. I have the Rambo version of Gizmo out because, of course, it goes well with the Spider Gremlin. Those two kind of work well together, although they're not displayed in my collection in the same spot. But I just wanted to share Gizmo there with you. And there you go, guys. Family shot. All of these figures I do have on my display, except for the original cult classic Mohawk, which is put in a box. I do have all the Gremlin figures, NECA figures, but like I mentioned, I don't need to display them all. I actually enjoy having them in their clamshell packaging, and it's, you know, it's always new and fresh every time I see it. Mohawk is an excellent figure, And you know, just looking at it right now, it does scream, take me out, take me out. But maybe, I don't know, maybe down the road I might pick up a second one, but this one as of now is going to stay in the clamshell. And I just wanted to share that with you. So here's a comparison of a NECA figure and a Hot Toys figure, and also me plugging my Ripley figure and my recent review. So you know, if you're interested, please check out my Hot Toys Ripley review, which I actually did earlier this week. So there's the plug. So what's next on the NECA front, guys? Well, I guess Pan's Labyrinth. Nothing's really come out of it since San Diego Comic Con. Nothing's been revealed or anything new, so I guess that's in the distant future. And of course, Alien Resurrection. That's in the distant future. I need my newborn. That newborn is going to be a double purchase for me. One to keep in card, one needs to be out in the display case. What else is coming up? Well, we're still waiting for the Ghostbusters, Blitzway Ghostbusters. That should be coming out soon. And I think that's it. So like, subscribe, guys. I hope you enjoyed this action figure haul, not a review, and a little show and tell in comparison of my other NECA Gremlins figures with the Mohawk. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.